Would this end your relationship with your boyfriend if he introduced your 14-year-old son to internet porn? Now, they've been together for 2 years, and he's not the biological father of her 14-year-old, but that hasn't stopped him from trying to be a fatherly figure. Now, look, he's not perfect, but he does mean well. And I overheard him giving my 14-year-old a list of safe, free porn sites. When I heard this, I interrupted. I'm like, what are you doing? And I scolded him right in front of my son because I wanted him to hear it too. Well, my boyfriend then got really defensive and said, all boys are doing it. I just want to make sure he learns the right way. I was stunned when he said this because he acted like I was the one who was nuts for being upset. He's like, look, I'm just doing some modern parenting. I was like, modern parenting? This is what it is, introducing a 14-year-old boy to pornography? He acted like I was all upset, but when I talked to my friends, they're like, no, he's no good for you. That's bad. I don't care if you've been with him for 2 years. And the fact that he doubled down on it. But I will confess that, look, this is really about the only big mistake that he's made. I just hate that he's becoming defensive about it, and he's making me seem like I'm the one that's the square and I'm not with the program in the modern times. But is this enough? This one big strike to keep him away from my 14-year-old son and end a 2-year relationship that I otherwise have loved.
Are you even allowed to do? Isn't that a crime?
It should be a crime.
I don't think you can even show kids that stuff.
It should be a crime. Kids are going to find that stuff on their own. They don't need a parental figure showing them porn. Say that out loud. That's ridiculous.
If you called the police station and said my whatever was showing my 14-year-old kid pornography and you could prove that dude's going away in cuffs, I think.
I think he should.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, there's a difference between having a talk about the birds and the bees and then showing a kid X-rated sites. And by the way, there's no such thing as a safe porn site.
Yeah, this is weird. And just the fact that he is undermining your parental authority, his judgment is so off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the fact that he doubled down, well, like, you know what? I didn't think it through. You're right. I'm on your side. If he'd have done that, maybe be like, all right, well, please, if you're going to do anything like this, you need to run it past me first. I'm still his mother, and I've got to be the first line of defense. This doesn't give you any right to step in and make these kind of big decisions. So, yeah, to me, gone.
Well, the other thing, too, is you're technically not allowed to go and enter one of those sites unless you're 18 years of age. So the fact that that alone right there is going to sink you.
So I assume if we're following this line, he's going to introduce him to smoking and drinking and gambling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want him to learn about heroin the proper way.
Right.
No,
this guy's judgment is so off.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's doubling down, I don't even know if we can be friends, much less lovers. You are so bad with your judgment. I can't even be around you.
Well, and I think it'd probably be good because I'm sure maybe your son has built up some attachments. And, yeah, making sure that he does not come around ever again is really the way you got to do it. You got to quit this dude cold turkey. Like, it should just be over.
This would end. I'm sorry. This would end a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Not just because he's been a great guy all of a sudden.
Well, 97% of people said they would break up with him. So it's a definite breakup, dude. Gone. 2 years out the window. Now, this person wants to know if they're getting friend zoned here. I don't know if you've ever had that situation where you really like somebody and you just could not get past that being their friend.
It happens.
It does happen.
It happens to most people.
Yeah. This email says, I've been hanging out with this great guy who is not only good looking and dresses nice, but also has a great job. And best of all, he actually listens and is interested in my opinion on things. A refreshing change of pace. But our relationship seems to be stuck in neutral. We haven't even gotten physical yet, and it's been a few weeks. I just get a hug or a quick peck on the lips. I like to think I'm attractive, but now I'm starting to think maybe I just really don't turn him on. That would hurt. Otherwise, everything has been great. Do I bring this up to him and just come out and ask him about his feelings towards me? I don't want to drive him away at the same time. What would you do? Would you have this conversation?
Life is short, and I think when it comes to all this stuff, you need to say what you need to say, because if he's going to leave you anyway, he's going to leave you anyway. And by you just giving out your heart and being honest with what's going on, I don't think there's anything wrong with adults saying, hey, do you see anything going with this? If not, okay, well, move along.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay to do.
Or you can take it up a notch. Be like, hey, is this okay? And then come in a little bit more aggressively, get his permission. And if he's like, yeah, okay, go for it. Then maybe he's just too shy, too timid. It is very possible that there are some guys just saying, hey, maybe he doesn't want to go too fast too soon because he does like you. That's very possible. And it could be, too, that there might be some dudes that are kind of freaked out about, some stuff that's out there and saying, hey, I don't want to overstep my mark.
The idea that every dude wants to sleep with every single woman the first time they meet him is false. Guys get scared, too, about stuff, and they sometimes want to take their time and be patient so they don't get themselves in a horrible situation.
This just happened on Southern Charm. Sally shot her shot. She was going to go for Craig. Craig wasn't into it, and he told her, even though he had been kind of leading her along, sometimes you got to just ask the question, are you into this? Are we going to the next level or not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, I don't know why it's such a thing where you're not allowed to ask honest questions to somebody.
Shouldn't be a problem at all. So, yeah, to me, I would have good dialogue, but do exactly what I said and see what happens. And then you'll get the answer you want real quick. And I think that's the best way to handle it.